So here we have one of the 4 pods as it came in. Now these are available almost anywhere, and the reason why I bought it directly from the manufacturer or the wholesaler in China is because it's a lot cheaper than buying them from a local dealer. Actually, for these 4 pods I paid $18 including postage. I had to wait 3 weeks to get them, but $18 is a steal. I've seen them on the internet for $10 a piece. Then you have to pay postage and handling to go with it. And the cheapest dealer I could find in the Netherlands wants 10 euros a piece for these pods, including postage and handling. So that's going to be setting me back about $70 or $80. And now I only paid $18 for the 4. And because there's so much controversy about using these pods, I thought I'd buy them as cheap as possible first, just to see what they are and how they work. Now, why is my friend here? Because I've been reading a lot about these pods on the internet, and either you like them or you hate them. And one person said they're only good to keep out birds and bugs. So let's see if that's the case. Now this bird is not going to fit through. So he was right in saying that they'll keep out birds and probably also keep out bugs. And I'll have to see and put them on the bike and see if they're sufficient to do the rest that you would expect from a pod. There's already a lot of controversy about these top halves that are falling off, and that the seal of the top half is not correct. Also that it's tapered here on the inside, and on the carburetor you have these orifices that have to be clear. So maybe I have to make some minor modifications on the inside of these pods before I can really start using them. So there's a lot to do, and I'll carry on, put them on the bike, make the necessary adjustments, and see what they sound like, see what they look like, see if they work okay. But this is what I've been waiting for. So now you know, so let's put them on the bike. Right, this is what you see when you look into the rear of the pod, into the opening. You can see that the top half is glued on with more than enough glue, as you can see. Maybe a little bit too much, and you can see how the light reflects through the openings. So that's what it looks like when you look through this pod. And here you have the clamp to go on it, and of course also the rubber ring. Now this rubber ring is not exactly round, but it is flexible, so you can fit it onto your carburetor. I just put one on the bike and I couldn't fit it on including the filter, so I actually took out the ring and installed the ring first, this rubber ring, onto the carburetor, and afterwards I installed the pod onto this ring. So I wasn't able to get it on in one go. So I'll just fit them on now and show you what it looks like. What I did see is that this inside ring doesn't interfere with the orifices that need to be clear. It's deep enough so you don't have to take anything out of this filter to make sure that the orifices in the carburetor stay clear. So that was a good thing to find out. So let me put them on the bike and take it from there. Well, here you see the pods are fitted onto the carburetor, and the rubber ring around the carburetor fits very snug, so I'm not worried about that. Again, I had to take off the rubber ring first, put that onto the carburetor, and afterwards put on the filter, because doing it all in one go is just too difficult. But here you see what it looks like on the engine, and let's see what it sounds like and how the engine runs. Now it's time to get a feel what the engine sounds like. It still has to be rejetted, of course, the carburetor, and so it's not going to be running completely smoothly yet, but just to get a feel for the first sound and working of the engine. Let's start her up. Well, there you hear it for the first time. The Kawasaki 82 model, 750 limited, with pods. Again, the carburetor has to be completely rejetted, so I'll be working on that next time. Also finishing the tank, putting on new handlebars, and finishing the rear fender. I already put the chain back on, as you can see here. Next time I'll tell you a little bit more about that. And in the meantime, look forward to a next video.